Oh, my name's Fox, and I told I'm at Fox. And Lappy. Ah, jeez. I didn't know, because a while back I did a gem harvest review, and I did not know that that wasn't a short. I thought that, because there was like a ton of little shorts that were happening at the time, so I thought that that was a short. Turns out it was a leak. Apparently. I think it's a leak. It's of the newest episode that just came out yesterday, but you'll be watching this the day after that. Gem Harvest, which is one of the most Thanksgiving-ish video or specials I've seen for a while, maybe? I don't know. Surprisingly enough, Steven Universe has not done Christmas episodes and or Halloween episodes. I don't even think Halloween exists in the Steven Universe world. But it's somehow, and maybe Thanksgiving doesn't either. But and the Halloween thing, they actually say like a holiday where you give out candy. So let me first say, okay, so basically, Steven, it's basically the little bit that I saw in the beginning a little bit. Steven apparently is going over to stay at the barn with Lapis and Peridot for the night. Lapis and Peridot are creating a farm because Peridot wants to basically have kids. Is the best way I could probably say it, because they do allude to it a little bit. Or like they want to have, basically she says she wants to build more gems because she was good at that, but you basically take it as that she wants kids. And Lapis is helping out. I can really see why Perry Lapis like shipping or whatever is a thing. I really could now. So Peridot and Lapis are making food. Are making a farm, thinking that the vegetables that will come to life. If anyone else can see the problem here, please. But or if you can't, I don't know. But Steven said that's not how it works. But I basically have all the same reactions I did in my reaction video. Just Lapis. But Steven then says, Garnet tells me not to lick stuff off the ground, but now is something very important. He grabs like one of the pumpkin seeds, licks it, puts it in the ground. A pumpkin pops up next day. It's the dog pumpkin, which I'm happy that is canon. Next day, Peridot and Lapis get a little sad because the pumpkin always wants to go towards Steven, but when Steven viciously murders another pumpkin, viciously murders the other pumpkin. Well, he makes a jack-o'-lantern out of it. Which we saw that before Halloween, so that kind of works, I guess, a little bit. For, like, Halloween-ish type thing. But, the pumpkin then goes to Lapis and Peridot, and they're all happy. And then a plane flies overhead. And I'm just like, that wasn't there before. And I'm like, okay, did it crash? No, apparently it's a part of Greg's family. The Mayos? I forgot what the fudge the name was. Was it the Mayos? DeMayo? DeMayo, that was it, DeMayo. With their Empire City accent. They like their quarters and their... Fudge, what else is a New Yorker way? Like, I'm a walk-in here type shtick. They're that stuff. This is a terrible New York accent. I think that was Southern. I'm not sure. Again, I do accents not knowing what the fudge they are or what they do. For a long time, I used to think this was a British accent. Turns out it's Australian. Jeez. But, so it turns out this barn is a family barn, which I believe I think they said that it's been their family for generations. Greg said that. But, there's some of Greg's living relatives. And this guy, he's a pilot, and he's a New Yorker, and he has a New Yorker, the stereotypical New Yorker anger. But, oh my lord, like, he is I don't know if there's religion in this universe, but he is the Catholic New Yorker stereotype. That is what he is, and I love it because it works so well in this universe because it's so bloody funny seeing it mixed with everything to the point where, one, he didn't know that Greg had a kid. Two, when he doesn't like that Lapis and Peridot are in his barn and stuff, and he says, "You got gems on ya, you got weird blue color, y'all a bunch of hippies." And then when Steven tries to explain that they're aliens from outer space, he goes, "They're illegal aliens too." I'm just like, oh lord, oh lord, oh lord, this is too bloody funny. And even at one point where Greg tries to calm him down, talking about saying that Rose and him never actually got married. He's like, "You never got married?" I'm like, oh man, I need to start freaking recording myself watching the video, do a reaction video to these things. I can't show the episode, but I really should start doing that because, my lord. At some points, I had to stop the video because I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And especially at that wedding part. That wedding part was freaking hilarious. But basically, Greg's... It's Steven's uncle. I'll say Steven's uncle. I'm not sure if it's... I think he said it's Greg's cousin, but he said just call me uncle. And, so... And also, at one point, Steven looks like he's supposed to be talking to Greg's, to his uncle, but he turns to Greg, kind of. I think that might be, like, an animation error. I don't know. But, basically, the uncle says that the gems aren't really family or whatever. But, Steven says, well, he talks about the times that Greg's family, whatever, all got together and used to go to the barn and, basically have Thanksgiving. He didn't say Thanksgiving, he just said get together, have a party, eat food, and Steven says, well, then let's do that. And that way you'll have to see them as family or whatever. So basically, Lapis, Garnet, and Pearl go to the store to go get food, which it kind of sucks that I didn't get to see that. Because I think there's a comic where the gems go to a supermarket, but it's because it's so much like, okay, Lapis has never been to a store before. I kind of want to see what's going to happen. This is the kind of story I kind of want to see. Like, is Lapis just going to, like, slap someone, like, just, like, grab a whole bunch of food, just, like, and Garnet go, like, no, put it back. Or better yet, hold on, because I got all of them now. Lapis just grabs everything, Garnet, no, put it back. Oh, jeez. I actually love that I actually almost got all of them. Sadly, I think the season's over for these, so it kind of sucks. I want Peridot. Peridot to go with all of them. But, while, was it Pearl? Yeah, Pearl went with them. And then Peridot and Amethyst stood behind. And then, like, I think, but they basically, you get kind of a montage of everything that's going on. And it's actually pretty cool seeing, Lapis working with, like, Garnet to, like, harvest the food. And, like, using their powers basically to do it. It's just really freaking epic. It's like watching the Justice League have a Thanksgiving dinner or some crap like that. I'm pretty sure there's something like that out there, but so I mean that in a sense, like, again, because it's superpowered beings like this, like beings that like fight aliens, stuff like that. Then just like working together to do mundane things, quote unquote mundane things. So it's kind of just cool to see that, especially since, again, Lapis hasn't been on Earth for that much or interacted with Earthlings that much. That's why I still want to see. Actually, I still want to see Connie interact with Peridot and Lapis. I want to still see Lapis interact with people with Beach City along with Peridot. Peridot interacted, I guess, a little bit with that one episode they went to the fair, but still. But yeah, they have like this old fun montage. It's pretty epic. And also, at one point, the uncle says that he's what the fudge was it? That he was lonely in the plane, flying up there alone, he says like it's great flying around the world and stuff like that. But he's like, but then I'm up there alone, no one to talk to, no living thing or whatnot, and it's kind of sad. And I'm just thinking that's very sad. And I also know that there's a gem that can fly, but I don't want her going. That seems like such a sucky thing to say, and I feel bad for saying a little bit. But it's just like, I love Lapis. Yeah, it'd be awesome, like, you know, Lapis join him on adventures. But the thing is, we'll never get to see those adventures. And not to mention, that will then mean Lapis is no longer in the show, basically. Because I doubt this guy would appear this guy would only appear like every so often. So I'm like, Lapis, you can fly, but don't leave, not yet, please. If she did, that would kind of suck. But Lapis is so freaking awesome. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And Greg's or Steven's uncle, like, he starts telling stories about like his family and stuff like that. Steven's family, and I really do like when like Steven and the uncle talk, and it is pretty nice, especially like when like shows him how to peel a potato and like one peel and crap like that, or reminiscing. And then like towards the end, Pearl. That's after they get to from the store. They decided to put all of their all party celebrations together. Basically, they have a wedding cake. Because Steven says that we need to make this the best party ever. So Pearl says we're gonna take every party and basically throw it into one. So a birthday, a wedding, and death. But I just love who gave the death one. It was rest in peace. I don't know, Gary, I think his name was. I forgot, I'm sorry. But it's Lapis going, oh yeah, and death. I'm just like, Lapis would be the one who has who carries the death one. She has the most like grim outlook, but that's why I kind of love her. But gosh dang, shut up, phone. Especially since a lot of points, like, what was it? When Greg's uncle actually first appears, I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but when Greg's uncle first appears, or Steven's uncle first appears, Peridot's like, where are my attack drones? And Lapis is just like, oh, come on. He just uses water and just grabs the guy. And I'm just like, oh, that's, yes. And then at points where, like, Lapis and Peridot are just like, going, oh, fudge, what did it happen? What did he say? What did they say? Lapis just goes, why don't we just smack him off? Just like smack it, like knock him out of here. Or something like that. I think she said something like that, basically just to get rid of him. And, oh crap, Steven's about to fall. But yeah, it's just really fun. It was just really awesome seeing all of this together. And then, like, when they finally do have, like, the Thanksgiving type of thing, the uncle does try to chime in, but mostly it's just conversation between the gems, like, kind of making fun of their situation, which also, again, I love Lapis so bloody much, because there's a point where she just, like, says something so dark, kind of, and Lapis and Peridot are the only ones laughing, because everyone else is like, oh... Well, everyone who knows what happened is like, oh, fudge. But, like, they kind of, like, react like, oh, we saved the planet. We should have whatever we want. And they're like, oh, no. Like, don't start a gem world on this table, you two. And like, oh, what? We're homeworld gems. We should just take it. And like, oh, no, but we'll defend Amethyst. We'll defend the Earth. And we'll defend this table. We'll defend this because it has corn. And then Lapis like, ah, ha, ha. I'll leave the Lapis one alone, but if you watched it, you know why the gems aren't laughing. Because it's pretty dark, and I'm pretty sure, not pretty sure, but I feel like if the gems did laugh, it'd be kind of like, yeah. Like, no, that's exactly what they were. Is this a test? Is she gonna kill us now? Because again, Lapis is like the strongest on Earth. I don't know if out in space, unless she's in that one cloud that apparently can give each of us like a world of water. Unless it's that, unless she's like in there, I don't think Lapis is supposed to be as strong as she is. But, it's still pretty epic. But yeah, that was a funny scene. But then the uncle gets angry, flies off on his plane, saying, "You could keep it. You could keep the barn," and flies off on his plane. And then Lapis, or Steven tells Lapis to take him up there. They fly with him. And the uncle's trying to just get away and stuff like that, saying his family's gone or whatever. And they also, like, all of his family basically moved away, and none of them ever wanted to make the drive back up. He even said that he just wanted to keep everything the same, but then he also said that he has a plan. He should have visited everyone out there, but he never did, and he basically feels bad. But, Steven then says, "Lapis, throw me on the plane." I'm like, one, logic states, at least in my head, logic tells me that if you get on that plane, on the wing, you're going to turn this plane around. Or over. You do an avian roll. I think it was an avian roll. But, Lapis just go, and then Lapis just go, "Okay." Just throws him. I'm just like, the gems are going to be angry. Well, probably not. Then again, but still. We are talking about Pearl, who wanted to take Steven away for like 1,000 years or so to go visit Homeworld. Or another galaxy. Oh, no. You're going to visit another galaxy and then be back. Yeah, so that would be a very long time. Funny thing is, you could technically say that's probably an alternate universe where they actually did that. So that would be, someone write that story. But, that'd be a sad story, especially when they get back. Actually, yeah, because Lapis and Peridot would be, actually, yeah, because then Jasper and all of them, holy crap, yeah, that story alone, if Steven and Peridot would have left, basically Homeworld would have taken over Earth at that point. But yeah, but like he flies off, and Steven does jump on the plane, and it does start to spin. He starts throwing off the balance of the plane. But it's actually pretty cool. At one point, Steven says that basically he loves the gems or whatever, but he's also human too, and he wants to know some of his human family, and his uncle is basically the only human family he has, other than, Greg. And actually got Greg too. But I have Greg, Crystal Gems, and I keep bringing it up because I'm just like looking at them like, I got all of them. I could literally reenact this I could almost reenact this entire episode. All I need is one for what's his face, and for Greg's uncle, or Steven's uncle, and one for Peridot. But what was it? And basically Steven then starts to fall. He basically says he's family, but then Steven falls off the plane, and the uncle's like, "Steven!" Flies down. Gary, his name was Gary, if I remember correctly. And Steven's falling, and Steven just goes, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Basically what he says. He's trying to fly, but the plane catches him, and he's like, "Uncle Gary!" And Gary just goes, "What'd you do that, Steven? You could have gotten yourself hurt. You're the only family I have left." And like you see him crying a little bit, and I'm like, "Oh, it's so nice." And basically they land back down, and Gary says that they're all part of his family, whatever. And then Peridot's like, "Okay, thanks for the bar." Also, I forgot, like, they actually do, like, a whole Thanksgiving, like, what they're all thankful for, and in the end, like, they're, like, all raise their hands, like, Pearl's like, they thank everyone except Gary, because Gary didn't do much other than peel potatoes, I guess, but then when they said, like, Gary brought them together to then have this picnic, or have this Thanksgiving meal, and then that's when Gary flew off saying, like, his family or whatever. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool. They say that, they're all part of family now and stuff like that. And that basically that Gary should come back and visit and stuff like that. And it's a really good episode. I believe that's how it ended. Oh wait, is that how it ended? Yes. Let me double check that real quick. Get out of here. Yeah, but basically saying that's how it ended, and like little dog vomits up like one of the little men from like Wedding King, like, and they're like, and Gary's like, gross, gross, and it just ends there. But is a really good Thanksgiving episode. It really is. Out of all, I don't think this show has ever done a holiday episode, has it? Because it's had winter episodes, it's had fall episodes, but it's never had a Halloween episode, a Christmas episode. And now that I think about it, how many years have we been following this story? Because if I'm remembering correctly, they said there was the end of summer. Well, actually, now that I think about it, because there was the end of summer. No, it was the beginning of summer, but we never really saw the ending of summer until like a couple episodes back. But then again, maybe they just skipped over the ending of the episode, and this is the second summer. Because at one point, Steven, wants to go to school, and then, basically says that he doesn't want to be there. I think that's the... Wasn't that the episode where he got Lapis? I think that was the episode where he found Lapis's mirror, isn't it? Yeah. Where he, like, schools out or whatever, da-da-da. I think that was then that was Ocean Gem. And then, once that, and then, like, a couple episodes back, they said, like, school's out again or some crud. Then again, this is Steven Universe world, so for all we know, summer lasts way longer, I guess, till all the way to fall. But, yeah, I was just thinking about that. Huh. It feels a lot, maybe, I don't know. Because, like, we've had a winter episode beforehand, and then we had, like, fall one now, so seasons are a little effed up. Someone make a timeline, please. But, yeah, this episode was really awesome. I really love it. I always love seeing Lapis and Peridot in something. Not saying I don't love the Crystal Gems. I do love them, but it's just like, I want to see more Peridot and Lapis. I want to see more of what the fudge are they doing right now, or more would they react? Like, I would love at some point in time. Like, I do love the barn. I love that they build it up together and stuff like that. They can like farm or whatever the crap. But I would kind of like to see their gems in like the temple and see like all of them just like living in that house. I just think it would be kind of cool because one, we get to see Lapis and Peridot more. And I don't think they would have too much like overexposure, like yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. This was awesome. I may start doing reaction videos to these episodes, though mind you, those I will not at all show any of the episode. It will just be my reactions to this. You'd have to watch it with me on whatever which way you can, because I don't want a copyright. And I'm pretty sure showing off an entire episode would be a ginormous copyright. But, yeah, it's just really awesome. This episode made me cringe a couple times, or just laugh because of things like, you never got married! Or when he starts saying, like, oh, he, like, says to Garnet, like, who's the mother? Who's the mother of Steven? Is it you? He wants to Garnet. And I knew Greg would need a big girl. And also, apparently, or something like that. I'm like, okay, apparently Greg does have a type. And, what else was there? Oh, it kind of jars me, too, whenever they say, like, your aunts. Like, Lapis and all them. Like, these are your aunts. I'm just like, no. A lot of them, like, well, like I said, Pearl and Garnet I see more as mother figures to Steven. Amethyst is more of a big sister. Lapis and Peridot. Trying to think, what would Lapis and Peridot be? I don't want to say just like friend, but you know what? No, Aunt works for them. I think maybe Water Mom and I don't know. But yeah, because Amethyst I always saw as more as a big sister to Steven. But yeah, episode was good. Definitely check it out. It made me laugh multiple times. It made me cringe a couple times because of the stupidity of some. It's stupidity in a good way. Because again, like, oh, here, let's put all the things together. And the Lapis just comes out with a freaking tombstone. Oh yeah, and funeral. Oh yeah, in your grave. Happy. What he says. What he freaking said. What she freaking says. She brings up the rest in peace thing. Goes, here you go, Gary. Sorry about the wedding. Sorry about your sorry about your divorce. That's what I think she says. And I'm just like, oh fudge. Also, forgot to mention before, the ending. What the fudge was I about to say? Also, that like apparently they switched. Apparently, Steven it's actually Greg DeMeo, but he switched it to the Universe, which honestly I still freaking like. Anyways, back to the ending. Also, Greg might be related to Sour Cream. Bye!